SpotForge. I'm going to talk about one of the flagship product, which is Vista Signage Box. Here it is. Digital Signage Broadcasting System. Consists of two units. One is the Vista, which is on my hand, and the other is the Hira server, which works as a system to manage and monitor both the content and the Vista box. The feature set of Vista box, you will have HDMI output, which can do 1080p, 1080i, and you have a 10/100 LAN output. You have an optical for audio. You have an AV output. You can use it for composite out, and it has two built-in USB hosts. This can be used for 3G or Wi-Fi download, and it supports multiple data formats from H.264 wrapped on WMB or MP4, MKB, etc. It has a built-in 8GB card which can be extended up to 32GB. Just to showcase the capability of the box, we have scheduled the trailer from Avenger, which is an 1920x1056 resolution and an MP4 compression. I'm just going to play back with one of our box here. What
do we do? We get ready.
I'll take you through the administrative console system. I'm going to showcase the Hira admin panel for you, and this will manage everything. This is a source for most of your players, and I'm going with my username, which is admin now, and there goes my password. Okay, here is it. This is the most important part of the system, where you see the number of players connected, which is 0 right now. I don't have player connected, unfortunately. And we have this subscriber name, which is SpotForge, which is registered for 1 year, where you can see the expiry and the number of licenses it is connected, which is 12 now. So it is very important, where is the number of parallel registered users you can have, that is players you can have, and on the right of the operational status, which changes every time there is a player connected. We have an interval which can be set with the players also. So that is 0, and there you can see 10 players now. Okay. So let's go with players. Everything starts with players. So there you can see the list of players which has been connected, and there's the player names, which is around 10. And there you can see the player status. So player status, you can see it's red in color, so it's not connected. It will glow in green when it is connected, and the player name can be anything. And the serial number is a unique one, which is registered for the first time. And the location is where you put your player. It can be anything from New York to Chennai, whatever. So you type in that data, and there's a channel. Channel is everything. You connect the channel. It gives you whatever feeds you want, from content to playlist. And there you can see the action. You can delete it. You can edit the configurations, and you can edit the area. What you can see, the player name, locations, channels. You can edit all those. You go with new player now, and there you can see the name of the player. You can add the serial number, which has to be authenticated, and the group. The group is an interesting one. I'll come back to it later. And the channel, You can select any number of any channels at a time. So you have this location, which is Chennai right now. You can have anything. And the time zone, which is very, very important when you have multiple players sitting around the world. And we go back, and this interesting icon, which is edit configuration. So I click on the edit configuration part here, and this is an in-depth player configuration where you can manage the player volume, from auto shutdown of the player, from the sleep time. It has this live status frequency where the number of you saw on the red one, which is directly related to this, the frequency at which it connects to the server. And the schedule update frequency is another one where you have the facility to update it as such. The reporting part, which does the same, but it gives you a lot of input back to the server based on whatever it has played. And the player, you can uninstall a player which is predominantly for a Windows based operation. We have a Windows based player also, which works on .NET. And now I go back to the list of players. Now the channel part. Channel is, you create multiple channels, you manage it with a description, and at a time a player can connect to only one channel. So you can have any number of players connected to a channel. So I go with I'll show you how to edit a playlist, and now you can see there's a new system which is start time and end time. It's a schedule. So you create your start time and end time where you can add your content. So these are the contents which is available, and it's an image types, and you can see there is shockwave. You can have JPEG. So you add your content. These are the list of library which has all from WMV to JPEG. And the duration, there's any file can be kept under a duration limit, and the number of times it can run, say from 10 times to 50 times to any number of times you want. So, but it is restricted with the schedule time, predominantly restricted. And there's a transition effect, which is very important when you have multiple images next to next, and you want this effect. It's very, very similar to PowerPoint. And we have around more than 10 effects, and we will improve it further. And this is not applicable, it's a flash file. So, and we go to the ticker section now. So ticker is it's a scroll, basically a scroll which comes in all your Bloomberg and CNN. So this is the name of the book, and you can have in multiple channels. Now I'm showing a Tamil keyboard. Now it has the font which runs on Unicode, and the size of the ticker, from transparency to color at which it has to playback, and the speed at which it will move, and the offset is the position of the ticker from the bottom. And this is interesting, the direction, the left to right and right to left. Left to right is predominantly required for Arab countries, and you have this start time and end time. So it's more similar to your images and videos. Okay, now I go back to the group. Group is very simple, where you group multiple players into one. Say, for example, group 1 has 10 now. You create a new group, anything you want. The console is optimized for iPhone and iPad. So as you can see, we have a very, very minimal usage of
characters here. So it's optimized for iPhone and Android tablets. There's a report part where you can have multiple reports. Now, for example, you have a media-based report. So I'm going to go for a previous month, and I select OK, and these are the medias. It's a media-based report, and when you submit it, you will have. So, for example, Alien, where MX11 has played for 7,500 times. This is a media-based report. We are increasingly increasing our media reports as such. Thank you so much for your time.